Have you ever thought about how do people get famous? Well, here I am about to answer to your questions. Of course, you can never actually know if somebody hired someone to help them get famous, but sometimes people want to hire people like me to get them try to get famous. If you know anything about NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and you know that I cannot maybe disclose as much, because if I'm going to tell you the tactics of what we can do to get either you or somebody else famous, you may track that person down, and that kind of would not go right. So in this video, I will tell you how can you or anyone else, if you want to, work with somebody and get them famous, how that actually works. Because I know that we think that being famous or super popular, being an A-list celebrities is super unattainable. At least it seems like that. It seems like you need to have either extreme talent in either acting, singing, whatever that is, or you need to have a rich parent, or you're a nepo baby, or you have famous popular parents, and that's the only way how you can break through. Well, let me be honest with you, it is quite steep. And it is a bit difficult to get to that famousness level. So before we dive in any of tactics and ideas, we need to understand what exactly you are striving for, what level you want to achieve. You want to be A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list, or maybe you don't need the fame at all. You just think you need it to get more clients, to have bigger income, and maybe that's not actually what you need. I don't know if you see, but I have a cat walking all in the background. So the first thing is understand what are you looking for? What type of fame are you looking for and why? Because if you're going in for the wrong reasons, you're not gonna like it. It's gonna eat you up. The saying about that money makes people worse. No, money does not make you worse. Money is not something that either makes you worse or better. It just enhances your quality. So if you are a bad person, if you have more money, you're gonna have even more power to do bad things, to act up on your bad persona. If you have good money, if you have a lot of money and you're a good person, you're just gonna be a good person with money. You're gonna be able to do more things, do more good in this world. So similar goes with fame. If you are doing it for the good reasons or not really to use that fame in your personal sneaky wants, then it's gonna be all good. But if you're looking to get famous just because you want to get famous, most probably that ain't gonna cut it. Because to be famous at something, you need to put in a lot of work. So you need to be ready to dedicate a lot of time, effort, patience, a lot of mental capabilities to actually do that. So what does massive growth mean for you? Before we go any deeper, I just want you to understand that becoming famous is the same type of thing as becoming a doctor. It is just not as attainable as it seems to be for a doctor, because to become a doctor, to become a lawyer, the path is really clear. You need to just go to university, study for X amount of years, do what you need to do there, some kind of practice, and then you're gonna get the job, you're gonna be there, and seems pretty straightforward, right? With getting famous, getting popular, it is a bit different. But if we break the path down, we'll see that it's actually not as difficult as it seems, because all you need to do to be famous is to be recognized by masses. Famous people are recognized by masses. Famousness does not mean that you need to be an amazing singer, amazing actor, amazing businessman to be a famous person. You just need to be seen by masses. So of course there are many types of fame. We have good fame, we have negative fame. That also you need to understand that by doing certain things, you may want to think what kind of things you're doing to not achieve the opposite effect of what you're hoping for. But if we break everything down, what does an A-list celebrity, B-list celebrity, or everybody else have? They have recognizability. That's why they are a celebrity, because they're not that attainable. You cannot get to them as easily as for example, an influencer. Because with influencers are influencers because they influence our decisions, our day-to-day lives by showing up content pretty frequently. And we feel like they're a bit closer to us because usually influencers are people similar to us, and we're following them because we are seeing them as better versions of ourselves, or maybe somebody that's done something that we want to do. That's why we follow people, right? With celebrities, celebrity status is a bit more unattainable because we feel like that's something that we cannot really touch, we cannot really grasp. I'm not talking in, unpolite manner. No, not in that sense I was talking about that. That is a bit further away from us. So how can you become famous? So first of all, you need to do the job that you're doing, any kind of job, either singing, dancing, being a gardener, whatever you want to do, you can do anything to become famous. You just need to put it on masses. So first thing is that you need to broadcast whatever you're doing to masses. Nowadays with social media, it is super simple. TikTok, YouTube videos, even Pinterest. But usually it's going to be social media. So maybe more long-form content is going to be more sustainable for you to get famous. But first step is to do your thing on bigger audience. 1-2 people is not going to cut it. If you are famous in your city, it's not going to cut it because that's not enough people. We're talking about tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people that you need to reach. So how can you reach that? If you are a cook, YouTube videos on how to cook. Easy, right? If you're going to do them long enough and good, you will attract more and more people. If we're talking about famous people, who comes to your mind? Ariana Grande, Michael B. Jordan, Barack Obama. See how all these people are from different brackets. They're doing completely different things, yet they are considered celebrities. Gordon Ramsay is considered a celebrity, even though he is just cooking. He's not singing. It's not that you need to do something specific to be famous. You can be famous with anything that you do. For example, Kim Kardashian. No shade, I'm just saying how it is. So the secret sauce is not secret. It's straightforward. Find your niche. Find what you want to do to get famous. With what? What do you want to do to get famous? Remember that if you pick the wrong thing, it will fire back at you because then you're not going to be able to get out of the stigma you put yourself into. You're going to be associated with some type of image. If you don't like that image, don't go for it. If you feel like it's not going to be attainable in the long run, don't go for it because it's going to be really difficult for you to get out of there. So find your niche and own it. You're not going to be famous by trying to do everything around you. You cannot be singer, dancer. No. Find one thing, stick to it, and own it because that's how you're going to stand out in front of everyone. For example, instead of being a generic life coach, as we have thousands and thousands of those on internet, you could specialize in helping introverts build self-confidence. Why not? Possible. Next thing, content is king, especially in this digital age. You cannot even understand how easy it is for somebody to get famous. I agree. Hundreds of years ago, it was not easy to get famous because only way how you can get famous is if you get on a screen of TVs or radios to get in front of people. That means that you need to be either a radio host, TV host, actor, or singer. Yeah, then it was limited how you can get famous, or a politician. Now, with TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all social medias, you can do whatever you want to do. Just film it. Film. Post content. Also, please remember how important the mindset here is. You need to believe in yourself. If you're not going to believe in yourself, no one else will. You need to have confidence when you're showing out for people. People are not going to follow somebody that's not ready to follow themselves. Think of yourself as a guinea pig. People are watching you through social media because they want something from you. They want to either see how you live through experiences, how you do experiences, or they want to learn something from you. So you need to understand what kind of persona you want to portray yourself as. So before you just film mindlessly videos of yourself, just post any kind of content, understand what kind of content you want to create, how you want people to see you, how you want people to associate you. Imagine if you would be on a stage and somebody would ask you to come up, how would you want them to present you? You have just one word with what are they going to say to everybody else in the room to associate you with that word. Here comes the who comes? The notorious McGregor. Who comes on a stage? Who comes to fight that boxing ring? Who? Understand who you are, who you want to be, how you want to portray yourself, because only then we can understand what type of content should you post. So that's mainly the biggest part that I wanted to tell you about being famous. It's actually achievable and it's super possible to do. You just need to create a long-term strategy. If you're just going to post things without understanding where you're going, why you're doing that, of course, it's not going to work out. But if you know what you are doing and why you're doing that, it gets much easier. Now, let's get to the more fun part. I can just tell you some examples of what I was doing with my clients to make sure that they are elevating their standards. I would love to work with more high-level celebrities because I have many ideas and PR strategies that we can do to help them grow and also monetize their audiences. Now I work with many pretty popular names that you would recognize if I would talk about them. But one thing, for example, how we can bring you up. So if you are, for example, a creator and you already have an audience, but you want to make sure that you are broadening your audience and making sure that you are getting more known to other people around you. One thing is to create, so all the things I'm going to tell you, those are tactics, right? Those are not strategies. Those are just some tactics that we use to help boost those people popularities. First tactic is widely known, and that is calling paparazzi on yourself, but not in a way how you think it is. So we are staging paparazzi shots of a person and then posting paparazzi photos of that person from different accounts as if those accounts were made by us, but it looks like that those are random people that are having their lives and they're just asking media about that person. Hey, have you seen this new outfit? Like that. That's tactic number one. Tactic number two is create a mass train of people talking about you. So if you are a creator, for example, what we can do is we can get your word out there by making sure other people ask about you. For example, have you, I'm not saying that Alex Earl was my client, but have you noticed how fast she blew up? And you know why that happened? Because one moment, all over TikTok, a lot of girls were just asking, have you seen Alex Earl new video? Alex is the new it girl. Many accounts like that stack up and they create this swirl of people talking about you. So naturally, people who don't know about you are going to look you up and see what everyone else is talking about. That can be organic or that can be not really organic as it was maybe with some scenarios. Of course, then comes also in place some PR strategies that can be used also for companies to either boost their reputation or boost their popularity. For example, by creating viral products, by creating controversial opinions, by pushing your ideas to media platforms, also possible, by appearing on news. Why not? By appearing on podcasts, then splitting up those things in specific way to kind of seem a bit more controversial than you actually are. Another great thing is to collaborate with people that already are known or are blooming. So you're kind of trying to share that attention onto you as well. Another great thing what you can do is anchor yourself to already popular person. So if you are taking serious content seriously, and if, for example, you are in a business space, you can film your videos relating to Alex Hormozy, for example, because at the moment he's blowing up. And if people are going to see him in your content, they're going to associate your content more with his content. So you're sticking yourself to famous people. Also a possibility which you can do. Another possibility what we can do is create fan accounts, what we did in the past with some people. And by creating fan accounts the same way as with Alex Earl effect, we're just creating that big bubble of kind of intrigue around you as a persona. So other people that don't know about you, they want to lock in, they want to know more about you. Of course, there are many more things that we can do because I love PR. PR is what I breathe, what I drink. I don't drink it, but what I think about daily basis, about creative ways how we can just expand your name out there, how we can push it up. With businesses, it was when I was working in PR agency, when I was just an employee, I had many tasks where I needed to create some press releases for companies. And with businesses, it's, I would say, also pretty easy. With actual people, individuals, celebrities, it's a bit more interesting and a bit more complicated, I would say. So I have many things that I can share, but for now, I think it's going to be just fine. So if any questions, let me know. And hopefully this helped you at least somehow to understand that it's not far away. You are not far away from your dream. If you really want to be famous, it is all up to you. You just need to go for it. You just need to break down all the steps and do them. And of course, film yourself, film your process, how you're doing that, how you're growing there. And if you're going to think good enough, long enough, you will get recognition. with what kind of recognition and how much you can go, how far you can go. There, maybe you will need a team of experts that can help you curate your brand, because one simple wrong move and all your brand can go wrong, associations and reputation is gone. That's why the bigger you get, the more important reputation is. When you're just starting out, of course, you can be as controversial as you want to be because nobody knows you. You want to create controversy around your name so that people know you. They don't know you, so it doesn't matter if you're being, polite person. No, it doesn't matter. But once you get bigger, it is really important to make sure you're not overstepping the boundaries that you have, or you're gonna lose everything and be put under the mud. Hopefully this helped you. If no, it's on you. Thank you.